Hi guys, welcome to you my YouTube channel PK Student Life. So today we will start with the political science for class 6 NCERT. We would be talking about first chapter, that is understanding diversity. Now this chapter is a kind of fundamental chapter that relates the foundation of this other chapter. Here there is much less political science we would be understanding, but more of human behavior or social behavior that we would be they understand. Now what is a diversity? So we can say diversity occurs in terms of religions, in terms of languages, in terms of culture, and in terms of regions. So let's say and have a map of India here, and a person and Gujarati might speak Gujarati language. A person in West Bengal region would speak Bengali language. A person in Kerala who speak Malayalam language. So that is a kind of diversity within the nation that we can see. So you have the various languages that is showing in depicting the diversity. Now we come to the regions. We see India is predominantly a Hindu society or a Hindu nation, but still have other religions like Jainism, Buddhism, Judeo, Islam that is prevalent across the country. So you have religions and diversity in religions there. Then you have different religions. Now you can make the regions based on geographical features, based on economic conditions, or based on the social conditions. So let's say based on the geographical condition, I can say these are the coastal region that we have a Deccan Plateau region. And so you have different kinds of regions that exist. Now what is different across the nation or across the various society where you have, it can be different in terms of languages. We said in terms of clothes occurs, we wearing different in terms of festival, different in terms of looks or the food that is prevailing in a region. So all these differences are the fundamental cost or the basis of diversity into occurs. So a person living in coastal area might have predominant food as fishes or rice. A person in the other plan might have a predominant food, let's say wheat. That is a kind of stable food that would be here. So here differences in food, looks, festival, clothes, and languages that is seen across a region or across the area. Now what is important to understand the concept of generation? It was considerable. Uh, if a father is doing his business, let's suppose poetry, a son would inherit that I would learn only that skill that was considerable sufficient. But now with the changing trend, the changing things, again there exists a caste system of the society which is given rise in equality. To remove out of the equality, there are various leaders like Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar who were forward, and they try to build the society at a part of. So there was reservations for SC, ST, which we will see in further lecture. Now, what a person writes. If I am giving something to write, what comes to my mind might be different from other person. It will write so on so forth. So let's say if I have some piece of writing, or I have write say the words on the topic my choice, and I can write on my topic, let's say childhood memories. Some another person can write accounts of the guns, and one can write on the life of forest. So fights and friendship, value and the education, fundamental frictions, these are some topics that I picked out. So the diversity in writing, and these writings have left to different model evolved writing, and the time of laid foundation for the political science and future. Now again, there is very important concept of assimilation. Assimilation means integration various things. So So there is concept yes or no. Whether we assimilation culturing or not, that has to be given importance, and has to be focused on the seed. So let's say a generation back, our grandfather, I would say, might be using road on means transportation, but that road could be a kind of unpaved road with bullet card and or might card be, let's say, wheels that were invented slowly and gradually. Our generation has witnessed business aeroplane, auto rickshaw, and so on so forth. Sal has been changes, and the means of transportation against people have been moving constantly. They might more move for job, they might move for education, they might move due to drought, due to famine, due to war, due to quick natural and distance as occurs. Peoples also move because of trend. So all these movements have led to kind of intermingling of the people. So let's say a people from Rajasthan moving to West Bengal, he is taking a lots of culture from Rajasthan to West Bengal. So that has a lot of kind of culture assimilation among different areas. Now a city at countryside, let's us say, so have city and a natural area of vicinities, which we also called ultra country. City depends on the market for vegetables and vegetables and fruit. And on the other hand, you have countryside that you have the found protection that within the villages itself. Now in this chapter there has been a coverage frame to in extreme region of the India itself. Let's see Leh Ladakh region and other in Kerala. So you have Jammu, you have Kerala here, and towards the Jammu Kashmir region of India, you have the Leh Ladakh that is seen. So, what are the difference in Leh Ladakh and of a person living in Kerala would understand in this section? Now, Ladakh is a region to good decent sets of commonly seen there. So you have Kashmir wool that is prevalent. You have many people who are engaged in that of wool making or wool carp, carpets, and seen against meat and milk are the predominant production of animals that are seen: goats, cows, and dzos, yak-cows. Now this Ladakh region was their route from China or Tibet areas was what was brought through the street route was unlikely textile species silk. Now this region have been influence of the both Buddhism and Islam, and you have a kind of this region to traditional reach in various songs of poetry. Now let's come to the Kerala region. Kerala region has been highly influenced by erupted travelers. So erupted travelers come to Kerala parts in comes to Chinese travelers who came to Ladakh region first. So jewels erupt are first to come have han again. You have Masco de Manga from Portugal who came here. Ibn Battuta has written a lots of life history in Muslim regions. The the vegetations that are seen here mainly pepper, cardamom, and cloves. These regions is surrounded by Seath. It has a kind of backbenchers and Kerala areas that is seen. Again, you are finishing this are the use of which have wood similar to Chinese word that is China wala, and styles to fry known as chinni chitta. Again, rice and fish predominant food habit that could be seen here. Now, the most important concept for this chapter lecture concept unity of diversity. This depicts so much differences that we have seen in terms of religions, in terms of languages, regions, culture, and so on. There is a kind of humanity across the nation. Now, the unity comes in the from various episodes of the independent memories, like we would seen further in the section of history. Now, British have tried to walk around the wild and rule policies of India that elementally failed with and were united against commons fight for the British. So you had Jallianwala Bagh massacres happen, where general opened the firing and people laid down their life. In the well of Jallianwala Bagh itself, it was a kind of complete unity that there was also Hindu. There was no Hindu, no Muslim, no rich, and no poor, and all the people they lay down their life for India. So you have song symbols and anthem which bring to the nations much closer the word other phase unity in diversity was first given by uh, Pandit Nehru, and when he was trying to explain his feelings, they discover a book discovery of India. He explained unity is something that is not comes from outside. It's something that by witness by us from within. We have a kind of person and tolerance for something, and that ultimately needs us for this close binding which we called a unity of diversity. So that's all about this chapter. So we will be continue other chapter political science upcoming has. So thank you.